Alright guys, in today's video we're going to talk about outerwear because outerwear can be very tricky to travel with because most of the time it's bulky and it takes up a lot of room and it's really heavy. So we're going to look at some options that are going to give you either dual purpose or are highly functional in a lot of different scenarios. Stick around until the end. I'm going to give you, I think, a brilliant idea of an option that you could take with you when you don't have a closet at your destination, but you have clothes that you need to hang. And we've all been in that situation where you didn't have a closet or you didn't have enough hangers, and so all your clothes get thrown all over the bed and the chair and whatever else, and it just, your room is a mess. So I'm gonna show you something that you can pack to create your own closet so you have a closet wherever you go. So stick around for that at the end. But first let's talk about some outerwear options. All right, so if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen this raincoat before. This is literally just, if you look on Amazon for packable raincoat, this is what's gonna come up, something like this. They come in all different colors. You've seen this one before. I love green, and that's why I got this color. I do like that it's not a super obnoxious green. It's not an olive green. Some people think olive green is a neutral, but it does not look good on me. So that's why I opt for this more like a hunter green. But I have realized that even though I love it so much, like, let me just tell you the features before I tell you the cons about it. So I love that it has a hood, and I love that the hood is fairly big and deep. If I have my hair up or in a ponytail, it'll still cover. I love that it has a cinched waist, so I don't have to worry about packing a belt. I also love that it has this high collar, so in case I forget a scarf, I can zip it all the way up. And I've worn it in many different scenarios. I know some people worry about this fabric, wondering if it's waterproof. I would maybe not wear it in a torrential downpour, but I have worn it. I've worn it in a torrential downpour before, and I don't remember being wet. I'm pretty sure it's waterproof. I've worn it for years, so if it didn't work, then I would probably not still be using it. I'm trying to think, has there ever been a situation I've been in the rain wearing this that I got wet? I don't think there has. All right, so anyways, I liked also some of the detailing. It kind of has like a trench style without being a trench coat. I like that it has a good length. And I also really like that it has these really deep pockets that are not necessarily great for pickpockets because you can easily get in there, but they can hold a lot. So if you're gonna wear this as an outer layer, when you're getting on an airplane, you can fit a lot in these pockets. So that's what I like. I also like that the sleeves are not super long because I'm sort of built like a hobbit. So my arms are not like some of these people are built like linebackers, and the coats have these arms that go down, and I don't understand that. But anyways, so if you are maybe more of a petite frame like me, this fits. I'm also a pear shape, so I appreciate that there's a full skirt in the bottom, so there's a lot of room in the bottom part. So anyways, for the most part, this coat is 100% my favorite. And another reason I really like it is because it packs down to almost nothing. It's paper thin, and if you flatten it, you can fit this in to just about any nook or cranny that you could find in your luggage if you have to pack it rather than wear it on the airplane. The only thing I don't like about it is that it does sort of cut me off in terms of wearing the color red, because if I wear red with it, it just broadcasts Christmas. And so I'm a little bit limited to the color scheme of my other clothes when I wear this coat. So let me show you some other options. Even though this is my favorite and I bring it all the time, and honestly, when I'm traveling, I just plan my outfits around this coat so I don't wear the color red in order to look like a Christmas tree. But let me show you some other options that are out there, and I'm actually really excited about these. I just got some of these recently. So let's look at this first coat without trying to give it all away. But it's a nice style. I got this one on Temu. It was about $20. And again, I really like that it has a hood. I like when coats have a hood because You don't always remember where your umbrella is. You don't always remember to take an umbrella, but if it's a little chilly in the morning, you'll have your coat on to start with. So you already have the rain option. So why not just have the hood in case it does start raining? You can at least put the hood up. I like that it is trench style. Okay, now remember that this is trench style. And I also like that it has this cinching cord right here, although I don't really like how long these are. I think I'm gonna tie them up and cut them off because those are a little annoying. But I do like that it cinches in at the waist. It has hand warmer pockets, and it has a zipper that goes all the way up. Once again, if you don't bring a scarf, then you can zip it all the way up. However, you probably have noticed that there is red right here. So, class, what does this hinder us from wearing? This hinders us from wearing the color green. If we want to wear green on our outfit and it's not Christmas time, we're going to look like Christmas. So one thing about this is just keep the coat closed and throw a scarf over it if you are bringing the color green, and then nobody's none the wiser that you are secretly a Christmas tree. Now, the advantage though, and the really cool thing about this coat, the reason there's red is that this coat is reversible, which is super cool because in the event that you do want to look a little fun, you know, you don't want to just be wearing black the whole time, you could reverse this coat and turn it red, and that just looks super cute when you're out and about, especially places like the UK and like France, where the color red is like the pop of color. A lot of people wear red in France. But I love this because the zipper, I don't know if you noticed, the zipper goes all the way up, and to make it reversible, the tag flips to the other side. So when you're wearing it to the black side, you can zip it up from that side as well. So it flips over. And that's a super cool feature. But I just love that it is reversible like that. Just think about how many more uses you'll get out of this coat, because it literally looks like you have two different coats. One thing that's interesting though is the black side, you notice, has this trench coat styling with that little shelf of fabric right there. This side doesn't. So this side looks a little more like, I think what they call it is a stadium coat. So, you know, if you have, you know, and if you're not traveling or whatever, you want to put like your team name. They make these in all different colors. And so you could embroider it, you know, you could do whatever. Just make sure that whatever you do doesn't show on the other side. But anyways, I just think that's really cool. And it gives you so much more options. It kind of like doubles the options without bringing an extra thing. And that is the name of the game when you're trying to pack. So let's look and see how small this one packs down. You can easily roll it. It doesn't pack as small as the other one, but it does still pack down quite small. And especially if you're traveling with not just a personal item, but also a backpack, you could easily bring this in your carry-on as an extra option. And then you could bring, it's like two coats in one. Or, you know, if you are doing one bag travel, you could just wear this on the airplane, and then you have two coats. You have two raincoats. All right, then the next one is by kind of a fancier brand called Mycra. And you can already see this one is reversible as well, so spoiler alert. But what I really like about this one is that there's a lot of different ways to wear this coat. Let me button it first. All right, so it's kind of got a throwback to sort of 80s style. And by the way, this is like a $300 coat. If you buy it brand new, it's like $300. But I will tell you right now, I got this one off Poshmark for like $25, including the shipping. So you can find them for really good prices. But if you want them brand new, it's like $375, I think, from the website. The really innovative thing about this coat is the variety of ways you can wear it. And just like the other coats, if you don't have a scarf, it has this scarf sort of thing built into it. So if I just want to wear it as a black coat, then I can just turn this scarfy thing in like that. But if I want to wear the purple side, it's kind of a purpley pink. And again, these come in all different colors as well. I can turn it like that. Some people have even worn it, they wear it kind of like open like this over the shoulders. I don't really like that style personally. But what's really cool about this is that this ruffly thing is actually a hood when you need it. So it's a really big hood too, actually. Like it covers quite a lot of room. So you could easily have your hair up in like a beehive and still be covered. Not that you would, but it's really interesting. I think that is a really neat detail. It has hand warmer pockets and it does on the other side too. So let's look at the other reverse of this. And one nice, really cool thing about this coat is it's super lightweight. That's why, you know, it's called Mycra pack, because you can pack it down so small. Oh, another feature about this is the fact that it has buttoned cuffs. Oh, by the way, the reversible red coat has elasticized cuffs. The green one doesn't have anything. So that's one thing to think about if you are a stickler for cuffs. This Amazon packable jacket doesn't have anything at the cuffs. Part of the reason is to keep it more lightweight, and adding elastic or buttons is going to add to the weight a little bit. But I do like this. I like when a cuff cinches in at the wrist. And what's cool too about this is when you unbutton the cuff, it doesn't have a slit. It's still just one sleeve. So you know how sometimes when sleeves unbutton and they have like a slit, but this doesn't. So what's nice about that is if it's raining and you wanted to unbutton the cuff for some reason, no water's gonna get in. So that's really cool. All right, so you can already see that this coat is reversible to pink. It's kind of a pinkish purple, like I just said. And you can wear, again, this ruffled hood scarf thing any way that you want. You could wear it like that if you want, you know. But for me, I think I like the monochrome look just because then it doesn't even hint to people that I'm wearing one coat. People might think that I brought two different coats if I wear it like this and then wear it all black the other way. So really cool. And again, there's a lot of room in the bottom. And because 80s is kind of coming back, you know, the way it's cut, like, what's this called? Baseball shoulders? I forgot. Raglan? Maybe that's raglan. Anyways, shoulders. It's kind of, if you are small shouldered like me, it'll fit. But even if you're broad shouldered, it kind of gives you a little bit of leeway there, having a raglan shoulder versus the shoulder that cuts up like that. Anyways, I think that's really neat. Let's look and see how small it packs down. And if you order this brand new, it does come with its own pouch, but to me, it's not worth paying $350 extra just for the pouch. I can just supply my own pouch, or I can just roll this up into a ball and pack it wherever it'll fit. And was there anything else I was gonna say about that? Yeah, these Mycra pack, M-Y, let me see. Let me show you the actual tag so you can look it up if you want to look it up. It is spelled like this, M-Y-C-R-A-P-A-C, like that. And, oh yeah, you can find them all over Poshmark. You can find them all over eBay. And another thing about eBay and Poshmark is that you can offer a price. So a lot of times people have these things sitting in their closets for years and they just want to get rid of them. So offer a price. Now, this one I'm really excited about. I probably should have steamed it before making this video, but I just got it on Temu and I love it, love it, love it so much. It's just a black trench coat, but it's got a few extra features that normal trench coats don't have. Namely, oh, sorry, I'm baking stuff while I'm doing this. All right, so what I really love about this And the reason I got it was because it has this hood. And most trench coats don't have hoods, but this one does. And it's removable if you want to take it off. But once again, I just like a coat with a hood because I don't like my head to get wet, right? And also, if it's really cold, I don't like my head getting cold. It has the wrist cinching belt around each wrist, and it has hand warmer pockets. Another nice thing about this, and I intend to probably take this on a trip to Europe coming up, but I could easily wear my bag vest underneath this and wear this on the plane, and I would be able to sneak in all of my comfort items under my jacket, like literally like Inspector Gadget, right? Anyways, it's super cute, and it's got all the detailing like a normal trench coat. It's very long, goes past the knee, and it comes with an extra button, which I intend to sew into the seam so I don't lose it. I don't know if this is real, but it says the retail price is $299. Can you see that? $300. I didn't pay that. I paid $37 on Temu. But I will say it's a really nice quality for being $37. I'm pretty sure these same coats are selling on Amazon for over $60. So go ahead and look and check that out for yourself. But you know, it has the belt tie and whatever. Let's see, what else can I say about this? I don't know. It's really nice fabric. It's soft, but shiny. Can you see the fabric like that? I know it's a little wrinkly. I'm gonna steam it before I actually wear it. But the brand is just this letter E, and I have the small. So let's just pack it down. And this is another thing about when you buy stuff on Temu, is it does tend to be thinner than if I had thrifted this coat. Most other, you know, like if you buy London Fog or even like Burberry and stuff, they're gonna be a lot thicker because, let's be honest, they're a lot higher quality. But still, the advantage of getting a trench coat like this is the fact that it will pack down a lot smaller than some of those bigger brands. So anyways, I think it's really cool, and I just wanted to share it. All right, so now let's talk about what to do when your Airbnb or your hotel, you discover they don't have a closet and you have stuff that you need to hang. Of course, you can find those things where they kind of telescope out and you can hang them over a door, and then you can like hang your stuff over the door, like hanging out from the door. But the problem with that is if the door is not very strong, or you don't want to break things in people's Airbnbs. So I found this thing. All right, you already know these hangers, right? These are those folding travel hangers that I've talked about and a bunch of other people have talked about. But nobody, as far as I can tell, has talked about this. So let me show you how cool this is. The legs all fold up like this. It telescopes out about almost 2.5 feet maybe. That's not 3 feet, but it telescopes out fairly far, and then it telescopes in, and then each of these legs collapses in like this. All right, and then the legs fold down like this, and then like this, and like this. And look, you have an entire closet that you can hold in your hand. I don't know that this would really work if you are traveling in a backpack, because this would take up a lot of room in a one bag situation. But this would certainly fit in a carry-on if you're traveling with a personal item and a carry-on, and you could easily check this as well. But anyways, I think it's super cool, and I just wanted to share it with you because I just got it. I personally am using this to plan my wardrobes out for when I travel, so that I'm not taking up room in my regular closet, and I can just hang all the things that I'm thinking about bringing, and I just have them out, and I can just be looking at them and really kind of thinking through everything before I pack it. It's so much easier to have this separate little thing to hang up my wardrobe capsule from. And then I can kind of like over time curate it and be like, I don't really need that shirt, or I'll replace it with this other shirt, whatever. Anyways, I think this is really cool. Thanks for watching. I hope I gave you some ideas, and bye for now. Happy travels.